Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars. Thank you for watching. We have a new Gibson color. So, for those of you that really love purple, let me tell you, this is a fantastic color. Out of the three guitars that they put this on, I would say it looks the best on the SG there with the flame maple top. This is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter video. But we'll talk about some Kramers too, because Gibson does own Kramers. So Gibson and Kramer have new finishes to show you, but be prepared. These guitars will feature Wild Zebra, Red Bullseye, and Dark Purple Burst. So bold finishes with versatile wiring specs. Gibson has announced the release of an ES335, SG Modern revised Les Paul Modern Studio, and the exclusive Dark Purple Burst. Available only at Gibson.com and the Gibson Garage. And wait until you see what Kramer has just unveiled. So let's talk about Kramer here first. Not exactly what I was going for, but it's part of the article, so why not? If you like Kramer, if you like Super Strats, here you go. The new Kramer custom graphic models are certainly not stealth. The single pickup Kramer 84 is available in Red Bullseye, and the Pacer in Wild Zebra. Definitely going for the Zach Wild look here. The 84 is made in lightweight elder, with the Kramer 84T humbucker with the push-pull volume control for series parallel switch to make it a dark horse for versatility. Floyd Rose R2 1000, so that's a Korean-made Floyd Rose. And a 1000 series Floyd Rose vibrato also enables you to confidently dive bomb into the deep end. Now, if they made this in a hardtail, that would pique my interest more, because I like Floyds, but as someone who has owned several of them, I've never owned the higher end ones. I've never owned a 1000 series. I've never owned a German made. I have owned a licensed by Floyd Rose. I have owned a Floyd Rose Special. And I have owned the GTS Heavy Steel version. And that is kind of a knockoff of a Godo. It was heavy, hardened steel and brass. And that was my favorite one thus far, was the one from Guitar Fetish. It sounded great, played fantastic, stayed in tune very well, but it added a lot of weight to the guitar that I put it on. It had a very lightweight licensed Floyd Rose tremolo, and that thing in itself, I felt like it added it like 3 or 4 pounds and made the guitar a lot heavier than it was. So the Pacer features the same tremolo as the Kramer 85T humbucker with series and parallel wiring too. Then we have a zebra finish right here as well. Looks really cool. I love the aesthetics of these things. Definitely got that kind of 80s shredder montage going on. But, if it's going to be a Floyd Rose metal guitar, you might as well make that bad boy 24 frets. And yet again, not the biggest fan of Floyd Roses in general. I believe these are top-mounted. They look like they're top-mounted. I could be wrong. But let's go on to the cool Gibson color here. So the ES335 and Dark Purple Burst. We have it in euros. We'll check out the actual price there in a minute. In USA, T-type humbucker pickups, vintage deluxe tuners, aluminum ABR1 bridge, top pair tailbase, anchored steel, a thumb wheel, tailpiece studs. Fingerboard is rosewood. I would hope so. Mahogany neck has a round C profile. This looks like a satin finish to me, and we all know I am not a big fan of the satin finish. I do like this color, but you'll see why I like this a lot better on the SG, because bam, gloss, flame maple top, dark purple burst. Yeah, that's doing it for me right there. So the SG, double A maple top, 24 frets, compound radius, slim taper neck, burst bucker, Pro Alnico 5 humbuckers, push-pull controls, all modern features, Grover Romatic tuners, clear top hat knobs. I can take or leave the top hat knobs. Those are easily replaceable, but that is doing it for me right there. And then we have the Les Paul Modern Studio, and these only come in satin finishes, and yet again, if this was a gloss finish, maybe, but for $1,900, no thank you. And I also have a 94 Studio that already has the same pickup set, the 90R, 490R, 498T, which they use in everything. Literally everything. I have multiple. I have a couple of Gibsons, and I'm trying to get rid of a few of them because they all have the same pickups. They all sound very similar, and you don't need to have multiple guitars with the same pickup. I mean, I guess if you really like them and you like the aesthetics, do you. But for me, I don't need to have 3 or 4 guitars all with the same pickup set. So yeah, satin take Let's see if this is also, does this specify satin? Because this does not look gloss to me. Let's go to the actual Gibson website. So price-wise, you're going to be $2,000 for the Studio, $3,500 for the ES335, and you're looking at $2,500 for the SG Modern, which honestly, out of these three, I would say the SG Modern is probably the best deal. You know, you get the binding on the neck as well. You get the little crown there on the headstock. You get the trapezoid. These might be mother of pearl inlays. Are they actual mother of pearl or they're mother of toilet seat? Let's find out. Japer medium jumbo. Mother of pearl trapezoids. They're calling it mother of pearl, so that must be real mother of pearl. So, whereas this, to me, looks like acrylic. Let's go to the neck. Acrylic trapezoids, yeah. So, I mean, I would say for if you have the money, because I think it's the better pickups, I would say, are in the SG. I mean, the 490R, 498T is a really good pickup set. I guess that's more of a preference. You want the Pro Buckers or you want the 490R, 498T. This thing has all the push-pulls. I believe the SG also has all of the push-pulls, if I remember correctly. Yeah, push-pulls. So, I mean, from an aesthetic standpoint, I like the SG better. If you took the SG, all the appointments that were on this thing, put them on the Studio. You know, give it a flame maple top, give it the binding. Oh, and then it's basically a standard at that point. As I said, this, I don't know. Is this a gloss finish? The neck certainly looks glossy. But the body, to me, that just looks satin. Like, am I crazy? Is it just the picture? Does it specify the finish? Let's see here. Rounded T-type humbuckers, which T-types are pretty solid too. Let's see here. Neck, body. It does say gloss nitrocellulose lacquer. So, okay, so the 335 is playing tricks on us because maybe it's the type of maple they're using here, the specific type of maple. But to me, this looks like a satin finish. Like the neck is clearly glossy. But then, you know, you go back, let's go back to the SG here. And if you look at the back of the SG, it looks kind of similar, you know? Or sorry, the Les Paul. To me, I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of sheen on the neck. And keep in mind with all these satin finished guitars, the reason I kind of hate them is because what happens over time is your satin becomes glossy. Anywhere your hand is going to touch on a satin finish, or they call it semi-gloss, it's going to eventually polish up to a high gloss because especially the neck. You're running up and down the neck. You're going to feel that a lot. This area, you know, your armrest area, you're messing with the knobs a lot. So if your finger touches the body when you're turning the volume or the tone up or down, same with the switch. You know, you're switching between pickups. Input jack, you know, maybe you missed the input jack. You're trying to find it. You're rubbing around your fingers. It just shines it up, and then it looks weird and uneven. I actually have a SGJ. There we go. It was like a 2014 model, and it has a lot of that. You know, I bought it used, and it was already like that, but a lot of the neck is all shined up. Armrest area is shined up because someone played it, and that's what happens. If you want to keep it satin, you have to kind of just not play it. Whereas you get the gloss version of the ES335, or, you know, you get the gloss SG, which, as I said, out of these three, flame maple and that finish, yeah, that's doing it for me. And I like an SG, but I also don't own a 335. But that 335 just isn't for me. Maybe it's just the picture or something. It doesn't look glossy. I mean, I can see the shine coming off the SG from this tiny thumbnail from far away, but, you know, the Studio, I think, is too expensive at $2,000 now, because for $500 more bucks, you can get an SG Modern. I mean, as I said, it's just, I think they should have cut. I honestly think the price of the Studio Modern shouldn't be more than like $1,500. I think that would be a good price point, but that's what Gibson's doing now. They want to get every last penny out of you. I guess you do have the Modern Lite. That is an option, but it is what it is. So there you go. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Sorry I dragged this out longer than it needed to be because we're just talking about a color. A pretty new color. Someone buy that SG and let me play it. Because I don't want to spend $2,500 on an SG right now when I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that that notification bell, like, share, all that fun stuff. And as always, have a good one.